guys, it's Elliott from Elliott School of Music, your home for everything for the beginner musician. We've got lessons, tutorials, and everything in between. And today's video is in that in-between sort of area. So this is the first of a several video series called Guitar Talks, where we talk about guitars. Go figure. Please remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click that bell icon so you can get notified on future videos just like this one. As you can see, I've got several guitars up here, some more traditional, some a little more modern, and even the traditional ones have some modern twists on them. So the keen eye may have already picked out one or two of those differences, but we're going to get into some of the general differences between each one, the advantages of some, and if you want a detailed spec sheet on each one of these guitars, it'll be in the description below, as well as at the very end of this video. I'm going to go through all the detailed specs about each guitar, so stick around to the end if you want to hear all that info. Without any further ado, we're going to start off with my personal favorite, partially because it's the only one that I actually own, which is the Fender Blackout Tele. Alright, like I said, this is the Fender Blackout Telecaster. This is a made in Mexico model, and they were producing these in the I bought this one in 2009, so a little bit before, a little after that, I believe. I'm not exactly sure of the exact manufacturer year span there, but the biggest difference between this Tele and a traditional Telecaster is that middle pickup right there. So this is a 5-position switch, so you can get a huge range of tones out of this thing. Very similar to a Strat. You can make it sound, you can get that really bright, twangy Telecaster thing, but you can also, mellow it out. Get a lot of different cool things out of it. I personally love this guitar. I've had it for a long time. Obviously, we've got a maple neck, and it's a Blackout Telecaster, which is sort of describing that black on black finish, which is the only finish in the Blackout Telecaster. So I'm a big fan of this one. It's very versatile, and because of that, you can, like I said, you can do all sorts of different things with it. All right, this is the Gibson Les Paul Tribute in satin honeyburst finish. It's got a very nice traditional aesthetic to it, and like I said before, this is a little more of a traditional option, but it has some modern upgrades to it. So this has a chambered body, meaning that what they did is go through and remove some of the areas of the body on the inside to make it a little bit lighter, because those of you that have played a Les Paul before know that they're notoriously heavy, and specifically this is a mahogany body with a maple top. It's also got these really cool vintage style machine heads to give it that additional sort of classic look. And the big advantage here is obviously humbuckers. A single coil pickup is going to have a little more of a thin, bright tone versus humbuckers. And in this case, I'm using both of them. It's got a big fat, Les Paul tone without having a big fat Les Paul weight, which is really cool. So I'm a big fan of this one. Like I said, this is not my personal guitar, but in the time that I've played it, I'm a big fan. And the weight difference is really remarkable, because traditional Les Paul, it's like wearing a coffee table around your neck. It really is so heavy. And in this case, I think that the next guitar on the list is actually a little bit heavier than this. So very cool and a great option. Also, it's got these sort of vintage style knobs on it as well, which gives it just a very, very cool, clean look. Again, if you want all the details of this guitar and any of the other ones we're talking about, stick around to the end of the video, and I'll go through all the specs of each one in greater detail. All right, next up is the PRS SE Custom in Bonnie Pink. I like to call this the hottie with the body, because good gracious, look at that thing. Such a cool finish. It's got a lacquered neck, which is, some people prefer that, some people don't. I tend to prefer a satin neck personally, but everybody's got their own preferences. And this particular model is the first one that we've looked at that has 24 frets. So you've got 2 full octaves on this guitar, which is great for some of the wheedly deedlies, as they were, up in the higher register of the guitar. And in this case, we have another cool feature, which is a coil tapped pickups. So we've got a 3-position switch, which is going to allow us to select our neck pickup, both pickups, or our bridge pickup. And then we can also pull out our tone knob here, and that's going to split these in half so that it turns them both into single coil pickups. So you can get a really wide range of tone. You can get something that sounds like maybe closer to a Telecaster or closer to a Strat, and you can also get something that has, like I said, the full humbucker tone as well. This one also has a tremolo system in it, which the bar is not in there right now, so can't demonstrate that, which is not a big deal. But like I said, you can get a big wide range of tone out of something like this, and it just looks so cool, right? I mean, goodness. I think they make this also in like a green and some other finishes as well. All right, last but not least is the Schecter Diamond C1 SLS Elite in Black Fade Burst. That's a mouthful. But let me tell you, out of all these guitars, including the one that I own, this might be my favorite. And this thing is so sweet. Really, really nice guitar. So it's got active pickups in it, which is going to give you a lot more output when you're plugged in. And they are active humbucker pickups, so you're going to get a big fat tone out of those. And they're also coil tapped, so you can split them into a single coil as well, just like the Paul Reed Smith that we were talking about. And 3 pickup selector switch, so you can go just bridge, both, or just neck. This also has 24 frets, so a big wide range there. And then it's got locking machine heads, which is really handy when changing strings, and also helps stay in tune a little bit better. It's also got this great neck through body design, so you're going to get better tone, better resonance, and more sustain out of this design than you would others. This might be my favorite one out of the bunch. Not usually the sort of thing you'd hear played on this type of guitar, but it is outstandingly nice, I have to say. So again, if you want to hear all the specs of all 4 of these guitars, we're almost there, so stick around, don't go anywhere. We're going to get into all the specific details of each of these 4 guitars. The Fender Blackout Telecaster has an alder body with a 1-piece satin finish maple neck in a modern C shape, a maple fretboard with a 1.65-inch nut width, 25.5-inch scale length, and a 9.5-inch fretboard radius. Comes standard with 3 vintage-style single-coil Telecaster pickups. The Les Paul Tribute in Honeyburst satin finish has a mahogany body with maple top, rosewood fretboard, 1.695-inch nut width, 12-inch fretboard radius, 2 Gibson 490 humbuckers in the neck and bridge positions, and it features the Gibson ultra-modern weight relief system. The PRS Custom 24 in Bonnie Pink finish has a mahogany body with maple top and neck, rosewood fretboard, 25-inch scale length, and TCI S pickups with coil tapping. Schecter Diamond Series C1 Custom Elite has a swamp ash body with maple top, maple, walnut, and Paduke multi-ply neck with carbon fiber reinforcement rods, ultra-thin C neck with an ebony fretboard and a 1.653 Ernie Ball compensated nut, a 12 to 16-inch compound radius fretboard, and a 25.5-inch scale length with a total of 24 frets. Guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please be sure and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon for notifications on future videos just like this one. We're going to do a hollow body video, we're going to do an acoustic video, a vintage guitar video. There's going to be a lot of really cool stuff coming in the Guitar Talks playlist and the Guitar Talks series. There's a lot of cool things coming in the Guitar Talks series, so stick around, and hope to see you again next time. Thanks.